Hello there and welcome back. In this video, let's do a review of Divine 063Y and also take a look at some news items like the upcoming Karma feature and those character buffs that we've been looking so forward to. Let's dive into the review. All right, so another Divine costume, and when they introduced this line, I was really excited for whoever the light version was going to be, and it is 063Y. I was kind of hoping it would be Hina, but take what I can get. I did pull for him because I was looking forward to this. So as expected, all of the Divine costumes are going to have this party element pursuit. You need a 4-hit and you get 15%. So it's kind of like, you know, imagine Christmas Akeha's pursuit buff, but it's just active for 180 seconds. So obviously, just amazing subjugation support. It's going to be amazing in Fateboard, and it's even going to be cool in Arena, in my opinion, because light is so well used in Arena, and I'm still experimenting with that. For the first time, we're seeing a support costume with top-tier attack. So I have a feeling we're going to see those attack values go up a little more with these upcoming anniversary units. All right, the HP is kind of standard and the defense is kind of high, so again we're seeing more balance in the stats these days. All right, the character skill, we have 250% 4 times. That's pretty good. And then it has the attack buff and light buff, 30% 30 seconds. Of course, the light buff is when you're wielding light. And then flat valiance 25%, very awesome. So again, really geared towards subjugation, but in my opinion gonna be good in every game mode. And then a verve of 30% attack stats to light weapons for the party, so not necessary. I got him A0 and I'm happy with him there. The A5 debris here, party light damage 10%, and we haven't seen that. That's kind of high for party. Sweet. Okay, the weapon, we have a boon haste combo with better attack stat and good HP as well, so that's very nice. And it has an attack buff to party, and also a pursuit buff to party. That's pretty crazy, and 45 seconds is good. Only drawback, we've seen this drawback before. If you want that in subjugation, you have to have a two-hand sword user using it, and that's kind of problematic. You want your subjugation supports to have non-proficient main hands. So little drawback there, but cool weapon. At the very least, a better boon haste weapon for the subs with, you know, better attack stat. Cool, so we have another one of these spears that has a crush and a defense break for the skill combo. Both 20, yeah, another 20/20 there, so very cool. And then toughness haste combo, which is awesome on your healer in Fateboard. So this is going to be great on your healer in Fateboard if you can afford to get away with not having weapon healing. And it's going to be an awesome main hand as subjugation support. So that's what I think about that. And this one is not that great. It's got a defense buff to party, a self-heal with 3 hits, and then the same toughness haste combo with almost no attack, and I can't see myself wanting to use that personally. Should you pull? Again, anniversary is coming up. We're going to see new anniversary power crept units coming up in August, so make sure you take a look at them first. This is open until the 13th, so you can at least take a look at that first banner before you decide to pull here. And then a good reason to pull is maybe you just really need to beef up your light teams, or maybe he's your favorite. He does look really cool. It's a cool looking costume. And again, I think he's useful in all modes, so it's not a bad pull. And if you're spending or have some leftover paid gems, you're guaranteed to get a copy of him in 10,000. That's $80. And that's, you know, a lot of money, but like considering that like a pity, you know, like in the old days of just like a regular 200 pity. Like, what are we looking at there? Like almost $500. So that's pretty cool, just to guarantee one copy of him. And that's what I did, actually. All right, those are my thoughts on Baldi. Let's get into these juicy news items. Okay, first of all, the buffs that we've been looking forward to. Let's take a look here. So the OG A2, the launch unit that lasted us for so long, already was buffed at one point to have a better character skill for fire, and then some passives that went up to 25%. But now she has top tier attack and also got a buff to the toughness passive, which who cares really? But that new top tier attack, very nice. So if she was, your first maxed unit, you have some awakenings on her, then rejoice. And especially if she's your favorite, cool. And then same deal with Zero. If Zero's your favorite, now she's a little more viable. Again, bumped up to top tier attack, 10,000. And all allies on the Blaze Leap. That's about it for that. Okay. 2B has the new updated 30% party agi, so she can be alongside Lars as having, the 30%. And her attack got bumped up as well. I believe I'm looking at 9,000. Sorry, it's really small. And then the Caged Vigor got bumped up too, if you happen to have that. So another situation where you had her since launch, you had all these awakenings on her, haven't been able to use her. Now, you can get some more out of her, bring her in arena if you didn't have Lars, and she can do that, and she should do decent damage. But unlike Lars, she doesn't really have that damage modifier, so you're not going to see impressive modern numbers coming out of her. The character skill got a little buff too, so maybe, if she's all you have to use subjugation or something, it'd be okay. Maybe a Caged Vigor nuker. So she has Caged Vigor on the character skill and the passive now, and then, give her some in the subs. You might be able to see some good numbers. I don't know. Okay. Kaine, the most long overdue buff ever. Still, I'm not totally taken by this. Defense is kind of high, and she does have the Aegis passive. Maybe you can do some defense scaled skills with her. But she gives a pursuit buff to party if wielding water now. So that's pretty cool. She could go on your water team for subjugation or support. She has flat valiance now. And unfortunately, the attack stat didn't go up that high unless that's not correct. I'm told that the 2P stat isn't correct. So who knows? I didn't hear anything about Kaine though. So, the Bold Vigor is nice, so maybe you can make her work. I'm curious to see how that goes. I won't be pulling for her. I don't have her and never had her. So, okay. Celeb Yuzuki. One of the costumes that did not need a buff. And he just got some increased numbers on his character skill. That's fine. I'll take it. They didn't have to do anything to him. And now he has a Void Leap, so stats of dark weapons to the party instead of just himself now. Okay, Hina was DOA. She wasn't that good at release. Now she also has the 30% party agi. But even still, in my opinion, she's kind of like a dead stat stick for an arena team because she doesn't have any damage modifiers. And the proficiency is totally wasted on her because she's not a sniper and she's not a subjugation DPS. Those, in my opinion, are the only two scenarios where proficiency really shines. So I think they should have changed that passive, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, Celeb Hina, I just don't have a use for her. She can be good as a wind support and subjugation if you don't have better ones. Yeah, but she's always been that. Okay, 2P. Apparently, I'm told that her attack stat got bumped up to 10,000 as well, and they just didn't change it here. So let me know if I'm wrong. I haven't checked in-game yet. Other than that, just toughness going to resilience, HP to party. Really disappointing. I was hoping they would do more with her, but she did already get a buff. At one point, she was my first maxed unit. I really like her costume and everything. I really like her as a character, and it would have been cool to see more, but at least that attack stat makes her kind of usable. But again, no damage modifiers, just ambush, which is cool. Sometimes it just makes them easy to build for crit rates. You can push the crit damage more, right? Tweak your memoirs a little bit. Okay, so New Year Yuri, another one that didn't need a buff. Just fine the way she was. But we got some increased numbers on the character skill modifiers. That's pretty cool. And then more increased percentage on the training passive. So again, didn't need anything. It got some number tweaks. I'll take it. Yule Gale, another one that needed nothing. Has some increased numbers on the Gird passive, you know, more HP from water weapons to the party. And an increased time on the timed soldier, 10%, 90 seconds now. That's kind of cool in arena, I guess. Maybe because arena battles are going so much longer, it gives you just a slight edge. You know, if it's tank team versus tank team, it gives you a slight edge to have priority in AA between those skills. Only thing I can think of there. Didn't really need it, but hey, she was great, and if you improve anything, then I will take it. All right, finally, Celeb Sarafa. And again, just some increased percentages in the character skill, but this is crazy. More Bold Vigor in the passive, and I do have her awakened, so I'm excited for that. Maybe I'll see, you know, a little higher number in my subjugation score. Great. All right, and finally, let's talk about the new Karma feature coming up. I'm really excited about this. Whenever they do something like this, kind of add a new system into the game for upgrade, it can be really exciting. And kind of like when Awakenings were released and they announced that we're going to be getting new passives. And one of my favorite things about gacha games in general is the upgrading, the constant grind of upgrading, you know, things that take you months or years to do to fill everyone out. Like in our case, it's like the Mythic Slab board, or, you know, it's, you know, ruling on memoirs, or remember in the beginning of the game when you couldn't even max all your weapon skills. So this is cool, and kind of like Awakening, one thing I was excited about there and here as well is that, you know, as the game progresses and everyone catches up to each other, everyone kind of gets on this level playing field. And then a new system like this allows each player to, you know, pour into the character they choose, and it gives their account maybe a special advantage over others. So a little word on how the feature works. We are going to have 3 slots per character, and then you know, one thing to keep in mind is that this is only going to be on new costumes from Divine Baldi forward, and then eventually they'll release it for everyone. So at that point, when they release it for everyone, then it's going to be interesting. You can take your favorites and maybe choose who your favorite arena units are and really pour into them, and, you know, give yourself an advantage that maybe someone else didn't think of. So that's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to how that goes. In any case, each costume is going to have 3 karma slots, and then you can do these missions, daily missions for the mats. Not sure exactly how it's going to work yet, but then you can roll on each karma slot for random stat bonuses. So kind of like memoirs where things are random. And again, this kind of allows players to have a different edge over each other depending on what stats you rolled. So it's not going to be exact from account to account. So that's going to be interesting. And they don't say much about the passives or the new abilities, but I'm really interested to see that. So I guess on August 17th, we will know about that. And then finally, they say that there will be new animations when entering battle. So costumes with 3 unlocked karma slots will have a different animation when entering battle. So that's cool. Some cosmetic things happening there. All right. So, yep. looking forward to learning more about that. Let me know what you think about that, and let me know what you think about the costume buffs. And if you're pulling for Divine Baldi, I wish you the best of luck. As always, thanks so much for watching, and if you like what you see here, throw a like and a sub on it. It's so much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.